Hey party people, it is Friday, August 9th, 4:22 p.m. is the time, and the temperature is a rather hot 28 degrees Celsius. And I am here in front of Bathurst Station, and I am joined by the man holding the camera, as this is his channel. That would be Ken.
That's right. Hey people, welcome. So I'm here with Johnny doing a long delayed collab that we've been talking about for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Finally today was the day to get it done. So him and I did a video right before this for his channel, walking along Bloor, and we'll be continuing along part of Bloor for my channel for this walk. So I hope you all are ready for a fun-filled adventure.
I'm ready, are you?
I'm as ready as can be. It's hot, hot, hot. We're already drenched in sweat from the first walk.
And we are anticipating it to rain all afternoon.
And then the rain went away. I thought the rain video might have actually been kind of a good thing to do.
Yeah.
It might have went over well, but I think it'll be fine in any case.
We'll have to do like a snowstorm collab.
Yeah. I mean, I did find you in that Tim Hortons during a snowstorm one time, remember?
You did.
On Bay Street. You were inside of a Tim Hortons.
You practically stalked me.
And
yes.
Yeah. That was the video that I recorded where the guy kicked the car. And then I turned that into a short. And then the short ended up getting 8.7 million views.
And was that on your way to meet me?
Yeah, that was on the way to meet you.
And you only came across that because you were
That's right.
tracking me down. So
thanks to you,
I think I have a stake to...
I have a viral video.
I think I should be getting royalties off of that.
Well, it was a short, so that means it didn't make any money, but yeah.
Hey, half of 50 cents is half of 50 cents.
Right, okay, you got your quarter coming. Well, it made some money. If you get 8.7 million views with a short, you'll still make some money, but...
I find shorts gain me subscribers who don't watch my regular videos.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not so gung-ho.
Yeah.
They don't make money. Not that it's about that, but a lot of the people that are drawn to them are generally, I guess, shorter attention span minded.
Yeah.
So I had a short that I just decided not to publish from the other day. There was a subway closure, and there's all these people standing at Bay and Bloor, and the subway resumed, but nobody told them, and they were all just standing there. And I was like, hey guys, the subway's open. And everyone thanked me, and they went on into the subway. And I made that a short, and I was like, eh.
You decided not to?
Yeah.
I have a few that I made and never posted also. They're all on my phone, just sitting there in limbo.
Put them on the Ken Continues channel.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so now we're in the shade, walking along the south side of Bloor Street, heading east. This is the Annex. Very popular neighborhood, kind of in the northwestern corner of downtown Toronto.
I will be fact-checking Ken throughout this walk in real time.
I often say east when I mean west and vice versa, so...
I do that, and because I don't watch my whole video before I upload...
You leave it in?
Yeah, and then people point that out in the comments, like, you idiot.
I know, yeah. That happens to me.
It's like
so.
eye roll.
Yeah.
And fair enough to them, you know.
Yeah.
We all have that little Poindexter in us sometimes. But I think overall, looking at my comments and your comments and some of the other people in this genre, this is one of the best communities on YouTube.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like the comments are like 90% positive.
Yeah, very supportive. You look at comments at some other genres and it's a complete shit show, right? It like leads to YouTube burnout for a lot of people when they have to deal with that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, depending on my mood, sometimes I attack the comments in a manner which I probably shouldn't.
Right. That snarky sort of comeback.
Yeah. Or just like the eye roll emoji.
Yeah.
I remember when Sushi on Bloor was east of here.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it's in very good shape, does it? Got the sign all smashed up.
It's always been one of the many affordable, more affordable than most sushi restaurants in this stretch of the Annex.
I used to go to a place called Big Sushi regularly.
Yeah, that was a Korean-owned place just west
Across
of here,
from
or east of
BMV.
here on the north side.
Yeah.
I used to
It
go to
closed
that
down,
one.
unfortunately, like 5 years ago, and it's still empty. No one has come in to lease that space yet.
That was our Sushi on Bloor overflow spot. Whenever it was so busy we couldn't get a table, we'd go to Big Sushi.
I always just went to Big Sushi.
Do you eat fish?
No. I just got the California cucumber and avocado rolls.
So where are we going on this one?
We're going to head east to St. George Street. And then I thought we'd take a walk north along St. George for a bit, but then we'll make our way back east to Avenue Road and head north along Avenue Road for a bit. I think we'll end up on Yonge Street, probably at a subway station, Rosedale maybe, or Summerhill.
Compared to SkyTrain, it's like
What's been your most favorite video you've made this year? Is there one that sticks out? Sorry, I know I'm interviewing you on your channel, but
I did do my walk to get free root beer at A&W. That was a fun video. It was free root beer day, so I thought I'm going to take advantage of that.
did you get the diet or the sugary stuff?
The sugary stuff, yeah. How about you? Do you have a favorite video for this year?
I'm trying to think. Maybe that one I just made where I got to spend the night in the airport. That was fun.
Oh yeah. I could see how that
It was
might
fun
be
because
a
it was
favorite.
totally not a fun experience.
Yeah. I also did the video of the flooding of the Don River.
I was a little bit jealous
That was
about
fun.
that because I went away.
Yeah, you missed out on the biggest weather event of the year, probably.
It's one of those people are messaging me like, "Oh, you're so lucky you missed it," and I'm like, actually,
As a YouTuber, no.
quite the opposite.
Yeah. There's Belly Buster. They've been opening new locations around.
Yeah, I kind of dig their retro branding.
Yeah. That's my preferred place to go if I want a sub. Some very nice shade here.
Yeah, I made Ken walk on the north side of the street. He was just whining the whole way.
Sun beating down on my back.
Kept kicking me as if to say, cross over to the south side. And I kept
Yeah.
giving him dirty glances, which you will not see on the video. True story, it really happened.
That's right. I like to kick Johnny whenever I get the chance.
I fancy doing a stream after this, but I'm thinking I might need a break.
Yeah. Yeah, it sort of drains you, you know, walking around in this hot sun.
It's weird, all winter you wait for summer. You're like, oh, I can't wait. And then when it's summer, you're like,
Yeah,
why was I excited about this again?
right? I've never liked walking around in hot, muggy weather.
That guy is flying. No helmet, no wrist guards.
Yep.
He's going fast enough. He knows to stay out of the bike lane at least. He's just going to end up running into people. You
What
don't.
the heck is that? Okay.
How annoying would that be?
Very annoying. The Annex Psychic. I'll be sure to keep that number in my memory bank.
Very reputable business.
Yeah.
What would you do if you were arranged on a blind date with someone and you found out they were like a mystic or a psychic?
Well,
Keeping with the topic of walking around Toronto.
I'd probably still go. There are many different scenarios that might result from a blind date that might be worthwhile, you know, to follow through.
I would be like, you know, this is just a grift, right? And if they knew it, I'd be like, okay, we're cool. Do you actually believe you're, you know, then?
I mean, I've argued that sort of stuff with people who are believers till I'm blue in the face, and there's nothing you can say that will change their mind. So,
No, that's just it.
yeah.
I saved these topics for your video. It's an attempt to get you into trouble.
Because they're not arguing from a place of logic, right? So it's a useless sort of strategy to try to convince them.
And sadly, Bloor Street's about to lose another block of retail.
Yeah, I mean, the buildings aren't remarkable, but it is fine-grained retail.
There was a stretch of it just east of here in Yorkville. It might have been like 20, 25 years ago that came down, right across from the ROM.
Oh, yeah.
This is kind of shades of that.
I'm trying to remember what the proposal is here. I think it's for a tower, right?
Yeah, there's no board posted.
Like a residential tower.
Speaking of which, we are looking at a super tall going up straight ahead.
Yeah, there's the one up at Yonge and Bloor.
Perfectly blocking out One Bloor East.
Yeah. It's not good from a skyline perspective, because when one building blocks out another one, it sort of takes something away from the skyline.
It would be better if the taller one were further away.
Right, yeah.
Because there's more people on Bloor West than Bloor East,
Yeah.
perspective-wise. But I'm still pretty stoked. It looks like a quality design, Norman Foster.
Yeah.
Do you know if this is going to be taller than the Pinnacle?
The
Or-
one at the bottom of Yonge Street, yeah, that one's going to be taller.
Oh, so they've got the
That one is
approval?
confirmed at 105 stories. So it's going to be definitely taller.
It's amazing. With all the skyscrapers we have, Toronto only has one super tall, and that's the CN Tower. That's not even a building.
Yeah. But now there's 3 under construction at the same time. That's pretty crazy, because the one at Gerrard and Yonge,
Oh yes, Concord Sky.
just depending on what side of the building you measure the height from, on one end of the building, the height will be 299 meters, but on the other side of the building, because there's a slight slope, the building will be just like a hair over 300 meters.
And it's if 299 meters is greater than 1,000 feet, I would still call it a super tall no matter what.
Yeah, but for some reason they count only 300 meters as super tall,
Or if you're south of the border.
or 1,000 feet. Yeah.
Hey Google, what is 299 meters in feet?
It might be 984 feet or something like that, or I don't know.
981.
Okay, yeah.
You know your stuff.
But yeah, I mean, it's officially registered as a super tall on some of the online skyscraper sites.
There's also on King West in the entertainment district a super tall planned. I think that'll be groundbreaking pretty soon.
The Mervish Gary one, right?
Yep.
Forma, yeah.
And there's like a pencil thin one in Yorkville that's approved, but I don't think they've broken ground on it.
No, that one might not happen, last I heard.
Well, with the housing market going the way it is,
There's even people saying that they are doubtful if phase 2 of the Forma will happen, the super tall one. Because phase 1 right now under construction is not the super tall one. But still, Toronto having 3 super talls under construction at the same time, that's crazy. No other city besides New York City can claim that sort of thing, you know, in North America anyway.
yeah, it's got the most high-rise cranes by far.
Yeah.
Yet, unfortunately, most of these units are branded as luxury units, which Means Joe Schmoes like me and you are SOL.
Yep. Although I heard at the one, the most expensive units near the top are being divided up into from 1 to 2 units now.
This guy didn't even like try to stop and look.
No.
Still, more housing is good. And as the Urbanity said, we need new buildings today to become tomorrow's affordable buildings.
Yeah.
Pedestrians use the other sidewalk.
Oh, well, we're walking north anyway. This is St. George. We'll say goodbye to Bloor Street. And I think that crane there is building a wood construction building. That will be, I think, the tallest all-wood construction building in the city.
Well, there's some down on East Bayfront, right?
Yep.
I think timber construction in Canada started really in Vancouver, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that one there will be 14 stories, I think. Which is pretty tall for a timber construction building.
And they're relatively fire resistant too. It's not like the whole thing's going to go up like a match.
Right. One would hope not anyway. There's St. George Station. Yeah, nice shot of the CN Tower there.
It's a beauty.
Yeah. Although all this construction in the foreground sort of takes away from the scenic nature of that shot. But we got U of T buildings here. Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office.
It's like a de facto consulate, maybe.
Yeah.
The mainland China consulate is just north of here.
Oh, is that so? Okay.
I remember recording a video there, like way back in the early days of this channel, or my channel, and it was kind of shadow banned by YouTube. It got like 1/10 of the views all my other videos did. I was kind of like, what's going on here?
Because of what was going on in Hong Kong at the time?
Yeah, it was one of those protests. It was early days of the pandemic. Which way are we going?
I'm thinking, should I head over to Avenue Road right here? Let's do it. Let's head over to Avenue Road right here. This is Prince Arthur Avenue.
Interesting mix of like 60s style apartments. Some of them are pretty cool, other ones not so imaginative.
No. I like those sort of space age looking ones that were all built by the same architect. I think Uno Pre is his name.
I think there's one coming up on the left.
They sort of look like something from the Jetsons, you know? Yeah, I can see one up ahead.
There's a few in the Annex.
Yeah.
They've got those kind of swoopy curves to them, and they're usually just white.
Yeah. And there's a few way up in North York too. Kind of going up towards Jane and, you know, Wilson, up in that area. It's a nice older apartment building.
It's all fenced off. How's your apartment doing? Any
Same old, same old.
no plans on leaving?
Nope. It would seem crazy to leave now, unless I suddenly came into a huge windfall or something. Because my apartment, being as cheap as it is the only reason I can even do YouTube full time.
It's kind of sad though that you almost have to win some kind of housing lottery. Like I'm in a similar position to you. And if I were to move, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
Like, I guess
I
I'd have to suck it up, but...
Yeah, me too, but I just dread the thought of like something coming along and forcing me to move.
That's one of the advantages of living in like a rental building that's got professional management. They can't be like, oh, my cousin is moving in, you have to leave.
Right. Yeah, and I've been in that apartment for over 13 years now, so I doubt anything will come along that will force me out after all this time. Because sometimes older apartment buildings like mine get bought and slated for redevelopment, where they'll tear it down and replace it with a big, taller building.
There's a number of those in Yonge and Eglinton, but there's almost always a post saying the residents were like relocated and are offered comparable units in the new building.
But then what do you do in the meantime?
I think the developer pays to relocate you.
Well, if they pay, I guess.
It's still like a 5-year inconvenience.
Yeah. There's one of those funky looking space age apartment buildings.
I bet the rent in there costs a pretty penny. Steps from Yorkville, you're right in the Annex.
My building is sort of like the only sort of tall apartment building on my block. The rest are old, like 19th century houses, like some row houses and stuff like that. So it's kind of weird that my building is even there to begin with, that it was even built in that location to begin with. So I doubt that someone will come along and want to build a bigger, taller building there. It seems unlikely. It's not on a main street, it's just on a quiet side street.
That building is number 20 Prince Arthur. I like it.
Yeah.
Good sized balconies, they've got good privacy from their neighbors. Location is maybe not A+, but A.
Yeah.
You don't really have an affordable grocery store around here. You have like a
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
Yeah.
And the metro is all the way at Stridin.
Yeah, where I live, I have way more grocery options than if I lived here.
I have a Metro, Loblaws, and Farm Boy. And there's a lot of those little fruit markets and stuff.
I've got like a Metro, a Loblaws, 2 Freshcos, a No Frills, and a Food Basics, all within like a 10-minute walk of my apartment.
Living it up, aren't you?
Yeah. And then if you go a little further, I have a bunch more. Like in St. Lawrence Market even is within a 15-minute walk.
I believe this is called flexing that you're doing.
I live right in the heart of the city, man.
Not one of you midtown bums.
Right? But I do live on the east side, though, in Sketchville, so yeah.
If you were a realtor, how would you describe your area?
Conveniently located to all major downtown attractions. Which it is.
Nothing disingenuous about that.
Nope.
So we're going north here?
Yeah. So we're at Avenue Road.
So we're in the Annex, but I kind of think of the businesses on the side as being Yorkville.
Mm-hmm. Like the street sign says Bloor, Yorkville, but I've always thought whatever side of the street you're on is the dividing line.
There's the old Four Seasons Hotel, now a condo.
Yeah, the new one is much taller.
And they're putting in a protected bikeway. Sadly, not too long ago, someone lost their life just north of here.
Yeah. I think the company that put that big bin in the middle of the bike lane is getting fined now, but it's a ridiculously low amount
Well, because it's a bylaw infraction, right?
Like $200 or something.
I like how that truck didn't use its turn signal. So we're like, is he turning?
There's the new Four Seasons down there, and that new condo tower, which looks awesome, I think.
I like the wavy one just behind it that it's blocking. Here we can go.
That one's nice too. And I think another new condo tower is going up right here. Notice how Johnny waits until we pass by a garbage bin to dispense of his, what was that?
Lime bubbly.
A wine bubbly.
Always do things a little differently when you're being recorded. Normally I just kind of like
chuck
punt
it on the ground. Yeah.
See how far into the street I can kick it.
I see that though, you know, people literally just walk along with their can or their bag of chips, and as soon as it's done, they literally just drop it on the ground and walk along without a care in the world. I just shake my head, like I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why? Like,
these people are selfish and lazy.
yeah. And then it's another like 20 feet ahead and there's a garbage bin, you know, it's like, okay, you're just an idiot. So this is kind of a swanky stretch here on Avenue Road. Got the Yorkville Village Shopping Mall. It's an old mall. It's sort of an upscale mall with a weird layout.
Yeah, I did a video through there not too long ago. That was the day that, like, I think an Uber driver was hit by a truck right here, actually.
Yeah. This is a dangerous stretch, man. Traffic-wise, not crime-wise.
There's the Whole Foods.
So how is Yonge and Eglinton looking these days? Do you think that line 5 is ever going to open or what?
Nope. It's, I like my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Although I would like it even more if line 5 were open, because I rarely take that bus.
I was just looking on the Wikipedia page for line 5 today, and it says expected to open in 2024. But I think they just change that every year.
Well, I think the province actually told Metrolinx to not put out an estimate.
Right.
There's a Ferrari dealership.
You know you're in a swanky neighborhood when? This building under construction doesn't look like much now, but it's going to be really, really nice from the renderings I've seen. Oh, here's a ghost bike.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
April 30th, 2024. That was the day I made my video.
Wow. And now there's another one at
Literally just south of
down
here,
the street. Yeah.
And did you see that video of that guy who was turning on Dufferin?
And the big
Bloor Street, and a truck just came
flatbed truck. Yeah. He's lucky, man. He's
made
lucky.
an illegal turn.
Like he got spun around, you know, like holy jeez, he's lucky. That was on the same day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was in Brussels in the city center, the speed limit is 30. So it is just so calm and casual. You see a big truck, but it's just putting along.
Right.
Like, there's almost no conflict. And drivers there are patient and courteous.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a different mentality from what we have, where it's like us against them.
How did you find the traffic in London, like in the...
It was pretty good. They have congestion pricing, so you kind of have to be mad to drive your car into London if you're not filthy rich. There was only once during like the afternoon rush hour where I noped out of taking a bus somewhere because Google told me the traffic was too busy.
Right.
But it's so easy to get around that city. Their tube system is huge. There's so many options. And whenever I use Google Maps going from point A to point B, it almost always suggested a bus. Mm-hmm. Like those buses come every 5 minutes and they go everywhere.
The big red double-decker buses?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or just buses,
Yeah.
as they call them.
Those are just buses.
Okay, Ringo.
You didn't make it to Abbey Road, though. No.
Which was a bit unfortunate because it was only like 15 minutes from where I stayed in Paddington.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this little...
The junkyards. Okay. Doesn't seem to be open right now, though. We're coming on to Davenport. And we're going to walk past my flower shop here.
Your flower shop?
Yep. I point this out almost every time I walk past here. New bikeway coming soon. Yep. We're just
It's
talking
kind of
about
already
that.
coming.
This is like sort of like the flower district here, I think.
Before he breaks your heart, this is where he comes.
There we go.
There's three of them.
Yeah. Like this whole block is just flower shops.
Do you think they like smack talk each other? You're like, I saw one next door.
It's like a spite flower shop beside another one.
Mocha Joe's.
Yeah.
Latte Larry's.
All right, so here's Davenport, so I'm gonna head east here.
Bit of a southeast jaunt.
Yeah, it kind of does that curvy thing.
That's the way Ken likes them.
Curvy? So I can't argue, I guess. Look how wide Avenue Road is here going north.
It's like a super highway north
Yeah.
of here.
It's kind of ridiculous, really.
I always feel slightly uneasy on my bike on that stretch. It's kind of a shame that this is as far as the bikeway goes. It really should be going all the way up to St. Clair,
Yeah.
if not Eglinton, but this is Toronto. If it's not half-assed, you wouldn't be in Toronto.
We can say that because we live here.
Yeah, don't you dare say anything negative if you're not from here.
That's right. Unless you're a Redditor, then you only say negative things. I just walked along here in my live stream last night.
Oh, you were all over.
Yeah.
How long did you stream for?
It was just 2 hours, 40 minutes, so not
Just.
I mean,
It's a longer one for me.
yeah, you did about the same, right? Earlier in the day.
I cheated though. I sat in a few
That's
spots.
true. And you had lots of connection trouble. I didn't have any.
It was my iPhone was the SIM card. It kept giving like SIM card errors.
Okay.
I think I fixed that.
Because I was a bit concerned that the same thing might happen
Did
to
you
me.
spell?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's my phone. It wasn't the network.
I didn't have a single issue. It stayed at full strength the entire time.
You took some signal Viagra before, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. This is like a pair of swanky looking mid-rise buildings here. Kind of on the edge of Yorkville.
Yeah, Yorkville Village.
Yeah.
This is possibly the nicest residential street downtown.
Oh yeah, Hazelton, yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful. I like how further down it sort of gradually transforms into more of a commercial street from a residential one.
I guess downtown is not quite the correct verbiage, but you can cut through the park or Ramsden, or you can stick to DuPont.
Well, I thought there's a street that just goes right off of it. It's
What's the difference?
I think Burtmount it's called.
Yeah, well, this little street will kick you out. It's a dead end, right?
Yeah. Actually, you're paying a pretty penny to live in these buildings here. Sort of remind me a little bit of the buildings on St. Clair Avenue, near Avenue Road. Those newer ones that were just built that look really high-end.
That's practically Forest Hill.
Yeah.
Is this the street, Belmont?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I said Burtmount. That's the street with the dollhouse.
Yeah.
That's why.
House is for sale, I think.
Yeah.
The last time I was live streaming through there, I saw Burtmount, and I'm like, hey, this is the Dollhouse Street.
Right.
And I was like, nah. Then I would realize, like, don't bring it up if you're not going to do it. Because people are in the chat are like, yeah, go.
Yeah, yeah. I did a little walk along there recently.
Come on, guys, it's 3 minutes out of my way.
This is always a little intriguing little street here. I walk down here, but then it just sort of dead ends there, you know?
Yeah, but there's some really nice little row homes at the end.
New Street.
The New Street Yorkville Animal Hospital, even though it's on Davenport, clearly, I should go bust them for false advertising. No, I will not freestyle rap on your video.
All right.
I'm getting a phone call right now.
Oh.
Should I answer this?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Let's horn in on your phone calls on my channel.
Missed call.
That's an awesome looking cluster there from this angle.
That is. The density is quite impressive.
Yeah.
And the height to width ratio of that one tower must be pretty lean.
Yeah.
How long has the video been running for?
38 minutes.
Well, I charge by the minute, not by the step, so $10 a minute. This is gonna...
By the time we get to Yonge Street, that'll be just over 40 minutes. We can wrap it up there.
Wherever.
Yeah, that
Like
sounds fine to me.
Station.
There's no real point to end it at Rosedale Station. It just seemed like a place, you know? I don't intend to take the subway or anything, so just as soon end it at Yonge, I suppose. Do you have to hop on a subway or anything?
I'll figure it out when I get there. I might grab some food. I did not have lunch.
No.
This lady was just looking at you weird. What's that guy doing?
Some people have no concept of walking videos and what they are, or why anyone would want to do them in the first place. It's just baffling to them, you can tell.
Well, it's baffling to some of these people that people are walking.
Right? Look at this nice row though here, eh? All these townhouses all the way along here.
There's a number of streets around Summerhill that are kind of like this. Marlborough is one of my favorites. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but
these have got to be late 19th century. Most of the attached housing does date from that time.
and a lot of them don't have like firewalls between them. So when one goes up, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Those older style row homes.
These are nice too.
These kind of remind me of Draper Street a little bit.
Yeah.
This one's got a plaque, Heritage Building, Toronto Historic. This whole block would have heritage status. Usually that's the way it works.
It doesn't say what year they were built though. It just says when they got their heritage status, but
1984, that shows you how much we must have lost in like the 60s and 70s with stuff that wasn't, they were just crappy old buildings at that point. People weren't romanticizing about them.
yeah.
Especially like
This is my favorite style of housing, is the old 19th century row houses.
the little Juliet balconies.
Yeah.
What can I do with this balcony? Nothing. Can I smoke on it? No. Can I stand on it? No. Why is it there? Shut up.
It looks pretty. We could put flower boxes on it. There you go.
People used to hang like their babies from them.
What?
Back in like the early 1900s, you would get these like cages
Yeah.
that you would attach to those.
So the baby just has some fresh air? Okay. Well, we made it to Yonge Street.
Look, there's a baby in a cage in one of them.
What the heck? That is so weird. I don't think it'll show up on the screen though. Too much glare, but wow.
We're gonna stop at Ramsden Park maybe?
Yeah, let's go right over here. Oh, the sun is going behind some clouds. Thank you. So that was Belmont. It continues as Elmer, and then eventually you'll get onto Rosedale Valley Road over there. That's why there's always so much traffic going along here all the time.
That is such a neat route in the fall when the leaves are changing along Rosedale Valley Road. And there's a few spots where I think you can hike up to Bloor Street.
Yeah. Well, I guess we did end up at Rosedale Station anyway. It's right over there.
I think I'm going to end up on a bench
Yeah,
and just
it sounds pretty good.
do a little sitting. This is Basil Johnston Terrace. If you asked me where that was before this video, I would not have known.
First I've heard of it. All right, you want to go down to that picnic
Sure.
table? All right.
I have some baguettes in my backpack, some mustard, some vegan ham for you,
Vegan ham.
steamed hams.
Give some vegetarian Canadian bacon. Yeah. Well, I guess that'll wrap up the walk with Mr. Johnny Strides.
It will.
It's a long time coming, so thanks a lot Johnny, for joining me.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to get to guest star, co-host, annoy, however you
So,
want
of
to put
course,
it.
everyone check out his channel if you haven't already done so. Johnny Strides.
Do it.
On YouTube and
don't.
also Instagram also.
Yeah.
And we made our way from Bathurst Station. Is that where we started?
Actually,
Down to-
Lansdowne Station.
Well, yeah, at the beginning with Johnny, we made our way from Lansdowne to Bathurst. So check out his video. Not sure whose will be posted first. I guess we'll find out.
We used to try to sync them so they would be like,
In order? Yeah.
but as you get older, you stop caring about stuff. So
We've been doing this too long now.
I held the camera upside down.
And then we walked along Bloor for this video from Bathurst to St. George, and then a bit north on St. George. and
Prince
then
Arthur,
Prince Arthur, and then Avenue Road.
and
then
Davenport,
Belmont,
Burt
Davenport. Yeah, we're just naming streets now, whatever. So I hope you enjoyed, and be sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts or not. And also make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And of course, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Whispering into the
To
mic,
both
but
me
don't
and to
subscribe
Johnny,
to
if
this
you haven't
channel.
already done so. And what's he whispering about there? Jeez. I'll have to listen to that later.
Nope.
And I'll, what am I trying to say here? Yes, and if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. And also, you can become a channel member, or you can send a super thanks, if that's what you'd rather do. And you can find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back. And thanks to all the channel members, and to Mr. Strides once again, because as always,
Go away, turn off the camera. No, just kidding. We will continue.
I think that's
that
it.
the,
I think that's how it is. Yeah, I think
That's
you
the
got it.
catchphrase?
I think you
All
got
right,
it.
we will continue.
All right.
At least he's not making me rap.
Wait till you see his video, okay?